A.M.T.V, another man's treasure videos. Welcome everybody. If it's your first time here on my channel, look at this mess. Do you really have to ask, what do I do? If you don't know and you've never seen my channel before, I do numismatics, coin roll hunting, and precious metal stacking. There's no precious metals here right now at the moment. Well, here's one right here. There's a coin. That is a silver coin. When I say precious metal stacking, this is what I mean. This coin is 90% silver. And I pulled it myself from work, from my job. So there's some precious metal right there. But this episode is about coins and mostly how I get them, how I store them, how I keep them, how I get rid of them, how I trade them out. The reason I'm doing this is because, number one, I already had a bunch of crap all over my desk, and I was like, well, I should just add some more crap to that and film a video. A lot of people have asked me, how do you get coins? I can't get coins. How do you do it? And I just wanted to share what I do to get all my coin rolls for my coin roll hunting and talk about some of these other things that you see here. So I have recently, I don't want to say lost my coin connection, but it has been kind of suspended, right? So usually I will hunt coins roll by roll, and when I'm done with them and I pull out what I want, I will roll them back up and mark them like this and gather them all together and take them to work little by little, maybe 10, maybe 20 rolls a day. Just because I take them to work does not mean that I'm going to be able to trade them out that day. So I try to always make sure I have a bunch of coins with me when I go to work so I can give them those and get some new ones back. And they know this. Basically anywhere I've worked for years now, they know I'm a coin geek. I'm a coin nerd. I just thought of something else I wanted to say, so I wrote it down here. I've got some notes. So that is the number one way that I personally get all these coins, is I hunt them, separate them into these big jugs that you see. There's a big one right there. There's a big one right there. I've got big ones, I've got small ones, and I mark them, I count them, and I keep track of all the rolls that I hunt, how many I hunt, and I separate them by denomination into these big jars. And then when I'm going to work and I say, hey, I need quarters, or if I know at work they just got a bunch of new quarters, I will take quarters, trade them out, and it's a big deal. You know, it's everybody knows I do it at work, but they're kind of like, oh, all right, let me do this again. They know. You know, it's they know I do it, they do it for me. But now at work, so my company has been sold, and now it's, I don't want to say too much, but now it's basically, now where I work is corporate. So you can't do anything anymore. So I've been put on pause until we kind of get a feel for how that is before I can maybe hopefully start doing this again, because my coin operation has been severely impacted by that. There's positives among the negatives, though. It's not all bad news. And that leads me to another point. If you choose to do that, if you work retail or somewhere that you can actually take rolls of coins and trade them out with your management or whatever, somebody that has access to the safe, you always want to make sure that these rolls are accurate when you give them back, because a lot of people don't want to do it because they think you're trying to, you know, do some scumbaggery, as Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles would say, and make these rolls 1 quarter short. The last thing you want is for them to check. They're not going to check in front of your face. They'll wait until you're not looking, and they'll pop a roll here and there, and they'll check and see, you know, if if your rolls are short or not. And then if they are, of course, they're not going to let you do that anymore. So I always double and triple count this stuff before I roll it back up and turn it in. So you always want to make sure they are accurate if you're going to trade them with anywhere, really. You don't want to be robbing people anyway. People, you know, things are hard enough as it is, and thou shalt not steal. So always make sure your rolls are correct. I double and triple count these before I turn them in. If you're going to do it that way, that's the best practice. And don't put, you know, a penny in place of a quarter or something, because you're a scumbag if you do that. So that's my top way that I've been getting coins. Now you can go to banks And some banks will give you coins. I have not. I think I tried one time when I very first started coin roll hunting years ago, and I was able to get a box that was not really a box. It was just a bunch of rolls, customer wrap rolls, all from the same customer. And I had a couple, I think I found a NIFC and maybe a proof in my very first box coin roll hunt. But I don't like doing that personally. They guilt trip you, and a lot of banks just make you feel like crap, and I just naturally never really did that. I'd rather deal with somebody I know and say, hey, can you trade me a roll for a roll times 20? And they go, okay, I know you, whatever, here you go. So you can go to banks. Some banks you can, if you have an account with them. Some banks you have to have a business account. Some banks will just let you order coins. Some banks charge you money if you want to get boxes of coins. I am not going to pay money to get boxes of coins. I'm sorry, I'm not. The whole point of why I started doing this was to find error coins, find silver, and make a little bit of money, plus find some cool old stuff. I'm not going to let this cost me any more money than it needs to. I am not going to pay for rolls of coins. If it gets to the point where I have to pay a bank, $5 or whatever it is to get a box of coins, I will not be doing it. Just not going to, period. So, in a lot of places, I will trade. So tomorrow, for instance, I'm planning on going out and doing some things, running some errands tomorrow, maybe stop and get some lunch somewhere. Got some things I need to buy. I'm going to take several rolls of coins. I'm going to take a bunch of different denominations. I'll take quarters, I'll take some dimes, I'll take some nickels, I'll take some pennies, and I'll take some cash. And anywhere I go, I will ask them, hey, can you trade rolls for rolls? What? Now, when you ask people this, they will give you the oddest look. And a lot of places will, hey, will you trade this for a roll of coins? You will give this to somebody and they will give you a $10 bill. And you'll go, no, that's not what I meant. Even if you very clearly say, I want you to take this roll of coins and give me a roll of coins back. It confuses the shit out of people, and they don't really know how to take it. So I have found that it's helpful when I'm explaining. I don't know what it is with people, but this just really throws people. I will have my camera, my album loaded up, my stacking album, where I have a bunch of different pictures of coins, and I will have it ready to go. And I will say, hey, usually it's somebody that sees me often, or somebody that knows me. Depending. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But I'll say, hey, can you trade these out? I'm a geek. I'll mention a microscope. I use a microscope on these, and let me show you what I do. And I'll just grab my phone and scroll the pictures real quick. And you just see quarters, nickels, pennies, dimes, quarters, silver. And there's over 1,000 pictures in that roll. And then it clicks for them, and they go, oh, okay, I see what you want to do. And sometimes they do, sometimes they can do it, sometimes they can't. Then a little story about that. There's this one Chinese buffet that I go to, or I used to go to, that's close to my house, the closer one to my house, I should say. And I went in there one time, and they know me, and I used to trade coins all the time with them. And then one time, it was around the time where they had just had a big price increase, and I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. This is a lot of money for this Chinese buffet. It's not even that great. And I had asked them, can you trade these coins out for me? And the manager got a big old attitude. Oh, no, I'm tired of doing this. I said, listen, I bent down in slow, and I said, look, I could go all the way across the mountain to the other Chinese buffet that I would rather go to, or I could come here and feed my family dinner here, and you could trade me 10 rolls of quarters for 10 rolls of quarters. Because there's really not much more of a reason for me to come here, because I like the other one a lot better. I come here because you do this for me. And they said, okay, we can do it. I said, yeah, okay, thank you. And I still end up going to the other one anyway because it's better. But you can use that kind of thing. And I wasn't rude about it or anything. I'm just being honest. Hey, this is one of the only reasons I come here is because you trade coins for me. I'd rather drive across the mountain and get better food and drive an extra 30 minutes, play ball or not. It's up to you. and they, you know, they did it for me. But usually 9 times out of 10, anywhere I go, they will trade coins for me. Sometimes they don't want to do it. Sometimes they're too busy. I won't ask people if they're too busy or whatnot. And sometimes they'll say, well, I don't have quarters. All right, well, do you have dimes? Do you have nickels? What do you have? That's why I will bring several different kinds. And a lot of times they don't want to trade, but they will sell you a roll here or there. Well, can you sell me a roll of nickels? Can you sell me a roll of quarters? And they will do that. So I will take cash with me everywhere I go. And also you can pay. If you pay with cash more often, you're going to get more coins back, right? These coins are, you know, I've had these in circulation for a long time. And I just keep adding to it and adding to it. I'll pick up a roll of dimes here. I'll pick up a roll of quarters there. And it's kind of like an emergency fund. If I get real low on money, I can cash some of this out and get some cash and, you know, put gas in my car or whatever I need to do. But usually that will be with coal coins like this box here. This is all quarters that I have hunted that are, there's a bunch of low mints in here. There's a bunch of, you know, AU stuff in here, stuff that I want to keep. And I will go through this stuff if I need to first and add that to this, if you will, and then take from here and cash it out. It doesn't happen often. And obviously I don't buy new coinage super often, but this is always growing, right? Another way, this is just from daily picking up coins off the ground. This big old jar here. Or a lot of times somebody will be like, "Hey, keep the pennies, keep the dime, keep the nickel." I run a register a lot of times at work, and somebody will be like, "Hey, keep the change." Okay, cool. I'll keep it. 3 cents, you bet. Put it right in my pocket too. I did do a giveaway on one of these before, and Brian Jensen won that giveaway. I was having people guess the exact amount of coins that were in this jar, and this is a completely different set of coins. None of those coins that was almost a full jar the last time I did that, and now it's almost full again. You see there's some dollars in there and stuff. That's when people give me like a tip or whatever. But this I have to go through and add it to these. I have to go through them, check them, make sure it is what it is, file it away where it goes, and then this will get added to my rolls that I have here. And I need to do that soon to get all this weight off this desk. A lot of what I do has to do with keeping the weight down. I will go, okay, what's heavy? What can I do to get this weight off my desk? Because this is not really a desk. It's just one of them big box store, big old fold up, I guess you could say, party table. And this thing, if I get to wobble in it, boy, it's going to fall over. So there's a lot of weight on it right now. That's why I need to hurry up and shoot this and get this off of here. But on into the next thing. So pay cash a lot. Friends. A lot of times your friends will have coins. And you can say, hey, roll it up and sell it to me. Right? And they'll be glad to do that, especially if they know you're a geek and you're geeking out on stuff like this. They will sell you that change. Or if you have a certain level of trust, just say, hey, give me your coins. Let me pick through it. If I find stuff, whatever, we'll talk about, you know, what to do. I've done that with my dad's stuff before. He's let me dig through all his stuff. I didn't really find anything great. I think I found it In God We Rust. Maybe like a cud or something. But he just gave it to me. Keep it, whatever. My dad always has coins, always pays cash. So you can use your friends to get coins. There's a bunch of different ways. Car washes. I've seen people. Now I wouldn't recommend you do this because, you know, people need those coins at the car washes. But you can go to change machines and, you know, don't sit there and empty them. But hell, put $1 or $2 in there and get some quarters out of there if you want to. Why not? I'll do it. I've done it before. Anywhere that gives you change back. Anywhere that has a change machine. I know there's like a CC's Pizza that we go to. Sometimes I'll go in there and stick a couple bucks in there and get some quarters out. It's all about building up the stockpile of rolled stuff because it's a lot easier to get coins if you have coins to give people back. Because especially during that coin shortage, or when they were saying there's a coin shortage, it was super helpful for me to have coins to trade to get coins back, especially because they knew where I was working then. They knew that since they were having a coin shortage, they would play ball with me, trade my coins, and when they couldn't get quarters, and they were having a hell of a time trying to find quarters, I would sell them a bunch. And it would get them through a day or two. And they knew that they could do that. That screwed me over, because then I'm losing my stockpile of coins. But it gave me the ability to be like, hey, I'm your coin connection, you be my coin connection. If you need coins, I'll sell them to you, and you trade mine out on a regular basis. So that helped. It always helps to have this stuff. Some banks just have coin machines, and you can dump them in there, and you don't even have to roll them back up. But then the bank gets tired of that, right? The bank doesn't want to see you coming to pick up coins and you hunt them, throw them all in a jug, and then bring them back the next day and dump them all for them to have to deal with. I don't do that. I don't stress the banks out like that. I do my own little operation, and I roll all my discards back up, and I always have. I also would not use a Coinstar to discard my coins, because that's going to cost you money. So I'm not doing that. I'd rather sit here, roll them up, and do other things while I'm rolling coins up. But I got a note here. It says pics in the phone help. So take a lot of pictures of what you're doing. Show people what you do. I don't tell people that I do a YouTube channel because I don't really want people in my life to know that, or people who come in contact with me in day-to-day life to know that I have A.M.T.V. I don't want to be a target for somebody to come get my $1,000 worth of coins or whatever it may be. I try to fly under the radar when it comes to real life, and there's no real life people that I know. Maybe a couple of people that I know are subscribed to my channel, and they probably don't even watch my videos. But so that's another thing. I talked about this kind of being a savings. I've always got coins here. It's not in the bank. I've always got money in my hand. It's not cash, but it's here. It's where I need it, and it's not going to get over a crazy amount. Obviously, I'm not going to sit on $10,000 worth of coins, because I don't need that many. I like to try to keep enough to have a box of each, even though I don't have a box of quarters, I don't have a box of nickels. I almost have a box of dimes, and I have about a box of pennies at any given time that I can trade out. So it is kind of an emergency fund if you should need it. Spoke about calling for cash. Like I said, sometimes I will go through them and the old stuff that I don't want, get rid of it, sell that off, get cash back into storage. I've got all these jars I like to use. These are peanut butter jars. I clean them out real well, get all the sticky stuff off of them. They're nice and clear. As you can see, they're nice and clear. They're nice and neat looking. I mean, reuse them. Why not? I've got a whole entire set of these jugs. They're free. All I had to do was clean them up and eat the peanut butter. We get the peanut butter anyway. We always get the same one. They're plastic, not glass. They're light. They do a great job at containing all my shit back there. These are big old banana peppers from my old job. You just use it up, take it home, clean it. Doesn't smell, doesn't stink. And this is tremendously helpful for rolls and whatever else I want to put in there, because I got a bunch of them and I put all kinds of stuff in them. It's free. All I got to do is clean it. So storage. You can also get these boxes anytime I get a chance to. I will get these boxes, dimes. These get used. I put copper pennies back in these and put them in the bottom of the safe so you can't move that thing even more. And then back to storage over here. I've got these kind of things. All that I have to hunt. I need to check each one of these compartments for certain things before I can get rid of these, roll them back up, and put them back into the system that is here. So on the positive note of not being able to get new coins, I tend to always focus on the new coins and my finds, which are all up in here. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff here. I do have a bunch of things flipped, but this whole thing right here is just a honey hole. I mean, there's wheat cents in there, 09s, everything you see in there that's a quarter is more than likely an error or a low mint coin. A lot of them are bagged. When I do have a chance to bag them and tag them, I do. Look at that small drool. So there's a drooling George error there. What's this? Die crack on the obverse. I remember this coin. There's a nice die crack on his head. If you can see over top of his head. So a lot of this stuff I just have to deal with it and flip it or whatever, wherever it goes. Here's a busted 09. I do keep them, so they're in here for now. It's only a cent. Why not keep it? So the positive side of losing my fresh coin connection is that I will have more time, or in theory would have more time to get through some of this stuff, anything else, whatever's in here, because there's a whole bunch of coins in there that I got to deal with. Look, they're all over the place. These rolls, those are special. They're from dirty water, so they just kind of sit there for now until I figure out what to do with them. So I got to get through that. I got to get through these. These are all copper. These need to get checked versus what I'm hunting for, and then rolled up and put away. But there's a whole bunch of different stuff that has to get done when you're coin collecting and coin roll hunting. So, and this note says if you don't have coins, you can do your harder stuff. A lot of us that do this will tell you that we always have coins everywhere. If you are a coin roll hunter like a Let's Look Brad or a Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles, which are my two favorite coin roll hunters, go check out their channels if you have not before. They have awesome channels. They're better than my channel. They will tell you they got coins all over the place. Poor Dirty Water usually just has stacks all over the place. Brad's pretty good about albums and whatnot. And that's another thing. I got a bunch of albums over here to my right that have all kinds of different stuff in it. But I just wanted to touch on that and give some people some advice on how you get coins. Just be an outgoing person. Hey, I got some coins and would trade me some coins. And eventually you will get to the point where you have plenty to hunt. I always have plenty of coins to hunt. I don't hunt like a Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles or Let's Look Brad. Those guys can sit down and do 3 or 4 boxes and just eat them for lunch. I do not have that kind of time. I do what I can when I can, and for me, this works. I always have plenty of coins to hunt. I just did a whole nickel hunt yesterday, and I've got about a box of dimes that I need to hunt. So I've always got coins to hunt, and if I run out of coins to hunt, I got plenty of other coin-related things to do that need to get dealt with. So that was it. I think I hit all the topics that I wanted to discuss. I'll probably remember something after this video is already up. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that's bagged. Die cracks reverse. That's a whole jar of just bagged coins that are mysteries and errors, and then I've got a whole nother container with all errors in it. I mean, there's coins all over the place, but I'm going to clean this mess up. I just wanted to get this information out to you guys. If you enjoy the content, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you all for watching. A.M.T.V out.